Today, we're going to start a series of things that you need to work on. So if this video has found you and you actually clicked on it, this message is for you. So for the last few months, I've been getting a topic, stop people pleasing, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Why you people, and advice on what you can do so that you can stop people pleasing. And what you're doing when you're people pleasing is you're actually putting other people's needs before your own. And if you choose to grow and evolve, you will realize that you should be putting yourself or taking care of yourself first. As an example, with my mentoring students, I tell them, imagine yourself as like a cup, and you fill up your own cup. You fill up your cup. I wish I had a cup. You fill up your cup with self-love, self-care, nurturing, affirmation, things that you love, things that make you feel happy, things that bring you joy, right? Things that you like. Everyone else gets the overflow of the love, the outpouring of that. But there's a lot of people, and I mean, it's the majority of us, and I used to have this myself. We tend to have either an empty cup or a somewhat full cup and give and overgive. And what we're looking is to get something in return. Something in return may be attention. It may be self-sacrificing. It may even be a form of self-sabotage. So let's get some messages from Spirit about this. And I would like you to stop people pleasing. Even if that means you just have to start saying no. No is a whole sentence. I see letting go. Letting go. I even heard letting go of the need to control. Oh, out of control. Okay. And you can safely let go, and just because this is why this is important. When you stop people pleasing, you find out who's there for you and who's just around because you're a people pleaser. So if you want to invite in real, true, loving relationships, real relationships, and not relationships built on faulty foundations, then start telling people no and see how they act or react. It's going to be a sacrifice for you to do this because you're so used to doing it and giving in. Take the guidance, it'll liberate. Take this guidance, it will liberate you. You're so used to giving in. And it's going to be a sacrifice for you. And it's not just a one and done type of experience. You have to repeatedly do it. And what I'm hearing is you're actually choosing yourself when you decide to stop people pleasing. People pleasing has gotten so bad, and I'm not supposed to focus a lot on this. But I see other readers who do beautiful work, offer their gifts to the world, and they get on, actually it wasn't a reader, it was another person, she's a channeler. And she got one line and started apologizing, like, I'm so sorry, you guys, I didn't post. She was sick, taking care of herself. I had to inbox her. I was like, girl, why are you apologizing? Take care of you, we'll just wait. And she was like, I know, but a people pleaser. You're apologizing to people that you don't even know because you're sick and you need to take care of yourself. It's stuff like that. And those are the most self-sacrificial forms, which is it's not a good thing because that means you're putting other people's needs before your own. Wants or needs before your own. Okay. So, Spirit, some of you do it out of doubt and fear of losing people. And this is the antidote, is to focus on your self-love. Start loving yourself more. Start falling in love with yourself. And I know a lot of people struggle with this, self-love and self-worth. You people please because you don't fully know your worth, right? So you give and overgive and do these things because of fear of losing people or fear of saying no, but that's people pleasing. And if I say no, then they're not going to like me. They're not going to love me. They're not going to do this. But guess what? If you say no and those people react like that, and it's serious. It's one thing if people who love you, you should start saying no and they get a little attitude because they're just not used to you saying that, but then they respect it, right? Because you earn your respect with your boundaries and with your no. But if they are totally crashing out and I can't believe you and either demonizing you or punishing you for it, then those people are not for you. Be ready to move, to lose those people so that you can elevate. These are spiritual tests for you. Actually, maybe I should change this to spiritual tests or karmic tests. Spiritual tests. These are spiritual tests to you. Are you who you say you are? Are you going to choose yourself? Are you going to evolve your soul? Because releasing the need to people please is also a step up in the spiritual level, in the spiritual rank, meaning I choose me. I see myself as a divine being, or I recognize that I am just as important as others. Go to another deck. Okay. So I'm also seeing it's important for you to know that once you see this message and you hear it, whether you choose not to go forward and say, oh, I'm not going to people please anymore. Now you have the consciousness and the awareness. So you're going to be tested with this in your life, right? And there are going to be signs. Like, let's say you're a person who don't believe you people please, or maybe you do realize you people please a little bit, but you're like, well, I don't do that much. You're going to start seeing signs in your life of when you do it. I just saw that. All right, what else, Spirit? Higher self. Okay, there are people that I'm speaking to who people please because they rely on someone for finances or a certain career. I do see this is rooted in father wounds. So there's some healing that needs to be addressed around your father wounds. Let's talk about that real quick. What needs to be done? What work can be done? Well, clearing these things is you clear energetically in the spiritual realm first, and then it penetrates down into the physical realm. That's where I work. All my work, the majority of the majority of my work is in the spiritual realm first, and then it penetrates down into the physical realm. Now, physical realm work is like consciousness work or mind work or training your mind and things like that. Okay, but let's talk about healing. Healing is easy. Okay, we make it hard. What do you have to do? You have to be willing to feel, okay? Feel the thing that you suppress. So as an example, let's say at age 10, your father rejected you. You felt rejected by your father. Or you felt disrespected by your father. Or he didn't show up when you expected him to. And it made you very angry or sad. And you held it in. You did not cry. You did not release. You did not get to express your feelings. You didn't say anything. You just held it within your body. Okay? Those things do not go away. In fact, it gets worse and worse over time. And for the people who are grown and older and choose not to deal with this, even up to like 50s, age 50, 60, 70, even your 40s, the more you suppress, the more that those things manifest into physical form in the body, creating dis-ease in your body. So how do you heal a father wound? So you get still and quiet, okay? You take some deep breaths. I would suggest you do this out in nature because I feel like it's easier to clear energy out in nature because you're rooted and when you can sit on like grass or go into the park or something, and you take some deep breaths in nature, right? And then you ask your body, because your body remembers, your body keeps the score, and that information, that data is held in your, I'm going to call it your astral bodies, okay? In your aura, or your Christ body, or your, I'm just calling it astral body right now. These memories. So even if you may be like, well, I don't know. You sit and you ask yourself what needs to be healed. And if you sit long enough, I mean, it doesn't take long, but if you calm your heart enough, you calm your body enough, your body will give you the answer, or a memory, or something to remind you of an experience that you had. Or it can come in physical form. You may see a kid riding by with a bike, and you may have a memory of, like, it'll evoke some kind of memory in you for you to connect the dots to the experience that you had. Maybe at that age 10, your dad was supposed to ride bikes with you, and he canceled and he didn't show up. So whatever the memory is, so you remember the experience, okay? then you give yourself permission to feel what you suppressed. Whether that means crying, whether that means you need to take out your phone, do an audio journal. I do this a lot. Well, not as much these, but I do it often. Press the button on your phone to record your audios. I think it's called is it the audio app? I don't know. And then you just start talking about it. And you talking about how it made you feel. Okay, you expression. You're getting it outside of your body and you're releasing it and expressing it. And you really have to let it go. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to let it go. And then you don't. You still hold this grudge. You still hold this bitterness. So you get everything out. Then once it's done, you take some deep breaths and then you go to the next one. And then the next one, and then the next one, right? You air out your grievances, air out these offenses. Then what you can ask and what you can do if you don't know how to energetically pull in what you need, you ask God or your angels, and you do not have to know the name of the angels. You just say, help, or angel, help me, right? And then what I do, a nice little bonus, is I ask them to download into my consciousness, fill this space so that wound left, it was in a space in your astral field. Now that it's gone and released and cleared, I ask for light and love to be downloaded in that space. So in that space that we just removed that energy, now it's going to be light and love, something positive. Or you could say peace or joy or happiness or healing, whatever you prefer. So that is how you heal your father wounds. All right. Some of you had to please your father and you couldn't fully be yourself. What else? What else for father? What else for people pleasing? Some of you are very nervous to say no, and it's rooted in fear. It's rooted in fear. Some of you, it's time to cry. Tears are here. It's time to cry. Some of you are nervous to cry. Some of you people please with your family, or some of you are parents and you people please your children, or you people please your parents, your family, and you're nervous to tell them no. All right, your path. This is about you, okay? This is what's next on your path. This is a huge one, guys. Allow it to take place. Allow you to stand up for yourself. I do see even detach from the outcome that you expect from this. Like if you're like, oh, well, they're going to reject me, or they're going to detach from trying to control the outcome. Receive with ease what will happen. Like receive whatever happens, allow it to happen. Receive that with ease. And I do see once you choose to master this or continually to repeat this or to continually do this, life will get better and better. I see extraordinary here. Life will get better and better, yeah. And you will deepen your foundation. Thank you so much for listening. Be well.